Hey everybody, happy Sunday. We are going to be getting into a brand new cycle for the next 6 weeks. So I wanted to give you guys a brief overview, things you can expect that are coming up. So let's get into it. So we played with some of these variations last week. When we do a deload week, generally I put a couple feelers out there and I see where everyone's at. I watch how people are moving, what percentages people are using, and I go off of that for some of my movements and some of the complexes I want to use in the future. That and what I did last cycle, and what I see coming up in the future based on just the overall season and what I think needs touched on. The workouts that are coming up, I think, are super fun. We're going to start focusing on our transitions, WOD strategy, and like I said about the season, the Open is coming up, so that's going to be something we want to keep in perspective and just know that that's where we're aiming here. If that's important to you, if it's not, then you're just still focused on becoming the most healthy, fit version of yourself and just doing everything you already do. Nothing changes. You just might hear different verbiage or something that may be a different point of focus as we move forward here. You can expect to see some more machine endurance for cardio. There is going to be some runs in there this cycle. I'm going to try my best to get you guys out the door and get some runs in. We do have the assault runner, so that'll be able to be used. We only have one at our gym. If you guys out there following the program and have more accessibility to those, fantastic. You can always hit me up with questions about what to use instead of a runner, or if you can't go outside. I do think we have another month of going outside, even if you're wearing sweats and like a beanie to make it happen, just to be comfortable. That's completely fine. We don't have to sacrifice outside just because it's below 50 degrees on the regular now. We can still do it. So get out there, get these last few weeks in before it really starts snowing and getting crappy or anything like that. So let's end on a good note with our running season. So going forward here, let's go and look at the page here. I was looking at tools earlier. There we go. So I'm just going to kind of go over the overview. There's our deload week up top here. Deload week, that was fun. We had the Hallow WOD and a couple things we haven't done in a while. Overhead squats, push jerks. We did some power clean, squat clean stuff. So we had a good time. This cycle, this is what we're starting with, and I'm going to give you guys some insight to how to go in and look at things too, because I put some notes inside of these guys so you can check them out and look at kind of what's coming up. So for example, what we have here, we're going to start off with clean deadlift, clean pull, squat clean, 2 of those complexes every 2 minutes. And then in the following weeks, this is my build throughout that we're going to follow to get to a heavy clean. Okay, so we're going to be working with the deadlift and clean pull into the clean, because I really, just like last cycle with the snatch, want to see those first pulls off the floors. It's super important that we are starting the movement on a good note and then finishing strong. If we start kind of sloppy, if our pull's off, we're using our back, things are going to go bad, right? And we're not going to get as much power as we could. So we're really focusing on the foundation of the lift and putting it down, right? I don't really want to be doing touch and goes right now with the strength cycle. I just find that the movement is more sound and it's just overall better. So next up, what we have here, split jerks. I'm going to be putting a get stronger piece in on Mondays, on Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. They're going to be a little bit different though, and I'll explain that in a second. So Mondays, we're going to have some jerks. I want to pair that up. I don't want to put it in with the cleans. I want the cleans to be the sole focus of Monday. And then split jerks will be in there to work some technique, right? And in here, I'll have notes and percentages as well, okay? For the get stronger in Tuesday, it's actually going to be get gymnasty. So gymnastics, I'm going to give you guys 3 sets. The notes are in there. So Tuesdays, we'll have a gymnastics strength. And then Wednesday is going to be another barbell strength. So we have the front squat here. As far as Tuesday goes, let's just go into the next day. Tuesday, I am kind of doing what I did on Wednesday last week. Wednesday, we had a back-to-back kind of like skill metcon with a conditioning piece. So Tuesday, you can expect that same breakup. It's a skill metcon, so we're going to have high box jumps and strict handstand push-ups. And then we'll have a rest period, completely different pieces, and we'll get into conditioning, which is just ski erg intervals. So working on our turnover rate, our strokes per minute, power output, all that good stuff with the ski erg. So that's what you can expect on Tuesdays, not just chin ups and ski erg, but there will be conditioning and good gymnasty. On Wednesday, we've been working a lot on pause squats and overall front squat, back squat. That's been the last 3 cycles. So this one, we're going to work on the top end, okay? We're going to look at the box squat. So this is a really fun one because you can load it up with some weight, but we need to make sure we keep our form in line. So I want to see core tension, knees driving outward, and upright positions. If you're collapsing or you're letting that weight get to your vertebrae and your core is not braced, not the best thing, right? This needs to be a productive movement for us. It needs to have benefit. So to have that benefit, to be productive, to do the things we want it to do, you really need to stay focused here. So we'll talk more about that in class, and that also has a section about what's to come, which is pretty straightforward. We're just going to get heavier. Okay. Next up, Wednesday's workout, we have a little descending reps. This one's going to be fun. We have some alternating single leg toes to bar, and some thrusters and some calorie rows. So I like that. It's a good transition workout, like I mentioned earlier. And then a get stronger, we're going to be working with the front squat to kind of complement earlier in the week this guy and this guy. So working on the top half back rack, and then we'll get in the front rack again at the end of the day so we can address getting out of the hole quickly, but also putting it together with this complex over here. Thursday, we're going to stick with our partner workout. So this week you can see we're going to build by 10s, kettlebell swings, over-unders, which we'll explain those. It's with a box, PVC hanging off the box. You jump over the PVC, you crawl under the PVC. That's 1 rep. Okay. And then kettlebell sumo deadlift high pulls and synchronized jump ropes. So that's the partner workout. You can expect partner workouts on Thursday and Saturday. Saturday, we'll just skip ahead since I'm talking about it. Well, we have this workout here: dumbbell burpee box step ups, echo bike, medicine ball, sit-ups, overhead lunges. I am going to put something in the middle there, and then you go back down the ladder. This one's by Sammy and me. So enjoy that. It's a good one. On Thursdays as well, like I said, I want to get you guys out the door. So you're going to have an engine building piece on Thursday, and I'm going to keep this running. I think Thursday is a good opportunity to run. I've done that a lot in the past. I know a couple athletes we have in the gym run on Thursdays. It's just a good day to get out there. And keep in mind, if you see something later in the week rather that you like, you can always, let's say, move it up because you know you're not going to hit that day. If you're looking throughout the week and you've done the class, you did everything that's required, and you're like, hey, I'm going to do this from later in the week instead of this extra piece, right? That's completely fine. If you feel like that's going to give you more benefit afterward, great. Maybe just talk to your coach, talk to me about what you should be aiming for in those workouts. What's the stimulus? It should be in there, or it should be self-explanatory, but just make sure you know what's going on, okay? Friday, we're going to get into a overhead complex. I want to work overhead stabilization. I think that's the biggest thing coming out of the snatch cycle that I see, is just making sure we're in good overhead positions, working that mobility in the shoulders in, and staying upright and solid in that bottom. So we're going to work on that for this guy here. You can see I have the progression, what's coming up. We have effort and just a lot of complexes. So we'll talk about that and how to be safe with it, because obviously I don't want you re-racking a bunch of weight on your back. That's not the purpose of it. So it is more of a, I say in here, it's more of a drill of posture and skill, right? It is not a brute force drill at all by any means. I want to see balance. I want to see coordination. I want to see speed. I want to see good tension and position, right? So don't get carried away with weight there, especially if you're not at that level. Don't get tricked into thinking you are if you aren't, because you'll just get hurt, and that's not what we want. CrossFit's safe if you're smart. If you're stupid, you will get hurt, okay? And that goes with everything, right? So make sure you are using your tools correctly, even, if you are tempted not to. AMRAP 12 here on Friday, wall balls, burpee to target, and pull-ups. So this is going to be more of our CrossFit Open Metcon style. Just get it done, get to work, transitions, pretty simple movements. And that pretty much sums it up. So we will be having these get stronger pieces. We're going to be having running, like I said. These progressions for the strength movements get stronger pieces are there for you guys to look at. Partner workouts Thursdays and Saturdays. Thursdays can be performed individually as well. So if you don't have a partner or don't want a partner, that's completely fine. Do it individually. Don't not come just because you're like, oh my gosh, it's a partner workout. I don't want to do that. It's okay. It's okay. Just come in and get it done. Just go to work. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'm excited to get this cycle started with you guys. We're going to have a great time. We're going to get stronger. This is going to take us into right before Christmas. I think right in the middle of December, basically, because we are right in the beginning of November. So we'll be halfway through December by the time this finishes up, and then we'll really start to say, okay, let's start cycling some lighter weights and getting ready for that open coming up in the early next year. All right, that's it, guys. Have a great week. Get after it. We'll talk to you later. Peace.